She didn't raise her voice. She didn't even look up from her laptop. She just said, quietly, "Come in." I pushed the door open, and the moment I stepped inside, I heard it. The lock, behind me. I turned, half laughing, because my brain needed it to be a joke. But Claire Hart, my boss, didn't smile. She stared at the screen like it was holding her together by a thread. Then she said, barely above a whisper, "If you walk out right now, I won't stop you." I swallowed. "And if I stay?" I asked. That's when her eyes lifted to mine. And for the first time since I'd met her, she looked human. "Then we have to be honest," she said. "My name is Noah. I'm 27. The kind of 27 where people call you young talent while handing you work they don't want to finish. I don't chase trouble. I don't flirt at work. And I definitely don't get involved with my boss." But Claire Hart wasn't the kind of boss you flirt with. She was the kind you respect so much it makes your chest feel tight. 44. Sharp. Composed. She ran meetings like a surgeon. Clean cuts. No wasted motion. She joined our branch with a reputation that arrived before she did. A fixer. A closer. Someone headquarters sent when they needed results without noise. For the first month, she left at 6. Every day. Like her schedule was a rule. Then one Thursday, she didn't. At 9:47 p.m., my email popped up. From Claire Hart. Subject: "Come to my office. Now." No please, no explanation. Just a sentence that felt like a command. And somehow, like an invitation. The office after hours is a different world. Lights dim, carpet softer, every sound louder. My footsteps felt too heavy. I told myself it was work. It was always work. But my body didn't believe that lie. Because Claire didn't call people now unless something was wrong. Or unless she was. I reached her door. I knocked once. Inside, her voice came calm. "Come in." Her office smelled like paper and rain. She'd changed into a dark cardigan, hair down instead of pinned back. That alone made my pulse jump. She didn't offer me a seat. She didn't greet me. She stared at her laptop, fingers hovering like she forgot what keys were for. I took 2 steps inside. Then the lock turned. Quick, automatic. Like she'd done it before. I froze. "Claire, did you just lock the door?" I asked. "I did," she said. No apology, no smile. I turned fully toward her. "Are you okay?" I asked. Her shoulders rose and fell once. "I'm fine." But fine sounded like a bandage over something bleeding. I swallowed. "Do you need me for something?" She finally looked at me. And that look wasn't authority. It was need. "Tell me you can keep your mouth shut," she said. My chest tightened. "About what?" Her jaw clenched like she hated herself for the next sentence. "About me." I didn't move. Not closer, not away. "Claire, what's going on?" She walked to her desk, picked up a folder, then put it down like it burned. "I got a call tonight," she said. "From headquarters?" She shook her head. "From my husband." I didn't even know she was married. Not because she hid it, because she carried herself like someone who didn't belong to anyone. "He thinks I'm having an affair," she said. My heart thudded. "With who?" I asked. before I could stop myself. She stared at me like she was deciding whether honesty would kill her. Then she said it. With you. The air left my lungs. That's insane, I said. Her laugh was small, bitter. Is it? I didn't answer fast enough, and my silence betrayed me. She moved closer. Not seductive, careful, like she was approaching a wild animal. You're young, she said softly. I forced a breath. I know. And I'm your boss, she added. I know that too. Her eyes flicked down to my lips, then back up, like she hated herself for it. Listen to me, Noah, she said. My husband has resources. My stomach tightened. He's suspicious. He's watching my movements, my calls. Why would he think it's me? Because you're the only person who stays late, she said. And because he saw the way you looked at me at the fundraiser. My throat went dry. I didn't. You did, she said gently. Not cruel, just true. And I didn't stop you. I nodded toward the door. Okay, but why lock it? She stared at the lock like it was a confession. Because if someone walks by, I need it to look like I'm in control. That makes it look worse, I said. It makes it look private, she said. Then, like she couldn't hold it anymore, she admitted one word. I'm scared. No armor, no title, just fear. Of him? I asked. She hesitated. Of what I might do, she whispered. I've spent years being perfect, correct. She took a careful step closer. And tonight, I wanted to do something incorrect. My pulse spiked. Claire. She lifted a hand, palm out. Don't come closer, she said. But her eyes didn't match the command. They looked like they were begging me to ignore her. I inhaled slowly. Unlock the door, I said. Her expression flinched. Why? Because I'm not staying in a room I can't leave, I replied. And I'm not being someone's mistake because the lock made it easy. Her eyes shimmered. You think I'd trap you? She whispered. I think you're panicking, I said gently. And humans do dumb things when they're scared. That landed. She turned back to the door. Her fingers hovered. Then the lock released. I exhaled. She didn't turn around right away. When she did, her face looked exposed. I'm sorry, she said. Thank you, I replied. Now the room wasn't a trap. It was a choice. Claire walked back to her desk and opened the folder. Inside were printed screenshots, phone logs, a photo of her car in the parking lot, timestamps. My stomach dropped. Private investigator, she said. He hired someone? I asked. She nodded. Because he thinks I'm lying. Are you? I asked carefully. The question hung between us. Then her voice softened. I'm lying about being happy, she said. Does that count? I didn't know what to say, so I said the truth. I'm sorry. I didn't call you here to confess, she said. I called you here to fix this. How? I need you to make it believable, she said. Believable what? That nothing is happening, she said. That you're not tempted, and that I'm not either. I let out a breath. "That's impossible," I said. Her lips parted like she wanted to deny it, but she didn't. "I know," she whispered. Her phone buzzed. Claire stiffened. "Husband calling." The room went silent. She looked at me like she needed permission to breathe. "Answer," I whispered. She swallowed and accepted. Her voice stayed calm. "Hi. Yes, I'm still at the office. I had paperwork." Her eyes flicked to me. Fear. "Of course not," she said. "Noah? He's an employee." She tightened her grip on the phone. "I'm alone. I'm coming home soon." Then her voice softened, like it hurt. "Please don't do this tonight." The call ended. Claire stared at the blank screen, and I understood the lock. She wasn't trying to trap me. She was trying to trap the part of herself that wanted to break. I stepped back, giving her space. "Claire," I said quietly, "this isn't about me." She laughed once, small, painful. "Isn't it?" "It's about him," I said. "And you." "What are you saying?" "I'm saying if you want to leave, do it the right way." Her jaw tightened. "I can't." "You can," I said. "Just not tonight. Not in a locked office. Not with fear making decisions." "What if I only want this because I want to feel alive?" she whispered. I met her eyes. "Then you still deserve to feel alive," I said. "Just not at the cost of your safety." Her eyes filled. One tear slipped. She wiped it like she was angry at it. "Will you tell anyone?" she asked. "No." "Will you hate me tomorrow?" My chest tightened. "I'll respect you," I said, "if you choose yourself." She walked to the door, hand on the handle. She didn't open it yet. She looked back. "You're too young," she said again. But this time, it wasn't a warning. It was grief. Because she knew what she wanted, and she also knew what it would cost. I answered softly, "I'm old enough to understand." A silence. Then she nodded once, like a decision. She opened the door. Hallway light spilled in, harsh and honest. And as she stepped out, she said, "Go home, Noah." I watched her walk away. Not because I wanted to chase her, but because part of me knew this wasn't the end. It was the beginning of the truth. Epilogue. Next morning, Claire didn't come to work. And at 10:11 a.m., her husband walked into our office and asked for me by name. I stayed late the next night anyway. Not because I expected her to call again, but because the building held her ghost. Every time the elevator dinged, my pulse jumped. Every time my inbox refreshed, I hoped and feared the same thing. I replayed the lock in my head. Not the sound, the meaning. A woman who'd been in control so long, she didn't know how to ask for help. I thought about her husband's voice, how she said please like it was painful, how she said my name like it was a problem she couldn't solve. When I finally left, the parking lot was empty. Rain pooled in cracks in the asphalt. My reflection in the windshield looked older than it had the day before. Because some nights don't give you love, they give you truth. And truth doesn't care how young you are.